Good morning. I know I don't have to be making a video to let you know what's going on all around us with dealing with this virus, the pandemic that we've got. And all through this so far, I've been an advocate. If anybody that's seen anything I've posted, any videos that I've made, I've been an advocate of cooperation among people. In other words, citizens locking arms to cooperate to help do what we can to prevent each other from getting this disease. We protect ourselves, and in doing so protect others around us. We know that there are going to be people that are out in public that are going to be irresponsible with the way that they operate, with the way that they move, how close they get, how they do everything. But the vast majority of people are taking this seriously and doing what they can to help prevent the spread of it and to protect themselves. What I also, though, have advocated is diligence. Diligence in watching for what our political leaders are doing, what our law enforcement leaders are doing. Already we know that across the United States, local and state politicians have tried to close gun stores. Sheriffs, county sheriffs have tried to close gun stores. And they've already been sued into opening those stores back up. So what we know is political officials can still be turned back. They will be able to be turned back by people who are voters, by people who can instigate and initiate the law, and we can be diligent to make sure that what we're doing in cooperation with each other to lock arms and take care of each other does not become government tyranny, where we are in compliance with people that are, or our governments, state and local governments, that are becoming more and more Gestapo-like, particularly in some of the more liberal states with Democrat governors. Now, that's not to say it can't happen with a Republican governor, but it's happening more and more now with Democrat governors. The Democrat governor of, the Democrat mayor of Los Angeles has already said that snitches get rewards. In other words, tell on your neighbors. If you see anybody that's doing anything wrong according to what the orders are, go tell somebody, go snitch on them. He's turning citizens against one another. Now he's passed an order. There's an order out that says people can't go into a grocery store without a mask on. This is getting more and more difficult. It's getting more and more tyrannical. And now what we're going to have all over the nation now is we're going to have local police departments that go from being protectors and servants of the people to being their enemy. Don't think for 1 second, if an order is passed, that you're threatened with legal action, you're threatened with criminal action for doing something wrong in this COVID-19 mess that we've got right now. Don't think for 1 second that the police are your friends in that scenario. Don't think, well, the police officer wouldn't do that. They know better than that. No, if the police are participating in doing their job under those conditions, they have to turn into your enemy because they've been ordered to by the government of that state. We're in a scenario right now where citizens are turning on each other in the streets. People getting angry. They see somebody too close, jumping them, fist fights breaking out. There are people in the hot spots around the nation that are attacking Chinese Americans, Oriental Americans in general, because of where this was all started. People who have nothing to do with this being started or spreading it or anything else. Here in America, people are attacking them. Citizens attacking citizens is what this is coming to. I'm out here to tell you today to be ready for anything right now. Be ready to protect yourself. Be ready to defend yourself. Socially, people around you, politically, keeping a diligent eye on your state, local law enforcement and mayors, city officials. Keep a diligent eye on them before they turn your life into something where you become a prisoner in your own home and the police have to become your enemy. Make sure that you're ready to defend yourself physically with whatever means you can. If you cannot defend yourself physically with hands, feet, something else, have your gun ready. Get your guns ready. Get them out of the closet. Dust them up. Go out and practice a little bit somewhere where it's out in the open like this, where you can't be any danger to anybody being around you. What we've got to do today as citizens of this United States is understand that we are still Americans. And no matter what is happening in any government, in any governor's order, mayor's order, or sheriff's order, we still live under a constitution of these United States. And that means we still have rights. We have rights within our states, we have rights federally as a United States citizen. So cooperation is critical at this time. We don't need deep state fanatics running up, jumping up and throwing up every kind of unsubstantiated nonsense that anybody could possibly imagine, like it's all true just because they say so. Here's the deal. Yes, I believe there's a deep state. Yes, I know it's dangerous. Yes, I know what to look for. But it's not under every rock. It's not behind every politician. It's not behind every doctor that's working with the U.S. government. Give it a rest. We don't need more conspiracies thrown up in the middle of everything that people are already anxious about right now. What we've got to do is make sure that this United States of America is not turning into a Gestapo-like Germany, and that our state and local officials do not become our rulers rather than servants, elected servants of the people. They can be turned back, but we don't want to wait too long to turn them back before it becomes too late and the power becomes too great. So this is not to incite fanaticism. We need to make sure that we're keeping a diligent eye on our government, federal and particularly state, local, and local law enforcement, sheriff's offices. We need to make sure we're keeping a diligent eye on them and making sure they don't allow the police forces in those areas or force those police forces to become something akin to the Gestapo. We need, right now as Americans, not to panic, but to be diligent, locking arms, being careful, taking care of each other in this pandemic, but making sure that our governments don't become something that we became a nation with a constitution to prevent. What we have to do as these United States of America right now is lock arms as citizens. Take care of one another. Don't attack people that aren't doing it as well as you are, as far as how they take care of themselves, what they're wearing, how they're moving around in public. Don't attack one another. Be ready if you see somebody being abused to step in and stop it. Lock arms as citizens. Take care of one another, but keep a diligent eye out for our government, federal and particularly state governors, mayors, and sheriffs that are in elected offices where they can turn those elected offices into places of control. We're not going to let them do that as this United States of America. They have no right to do it. We have our rights still under the Constitution of the United States, and no matter what order is given, they do not have the right to take those rights away. So, get your gun, get out and get some practice, get out and get some air, get some exercise, do some things to get yourself ready for whatever comes next as we lock arms as United States citizens, as this United States of America, to be sure that we're taking care of each other and ourselves during this pandemic while keeping the control of the government right where it belongs, in the hands of the people. I'm Mark Rogers, and I'll see you very soon.